shoot-around this morning. He said he saw that banner, and he didn't want to look at it again. He said UNC earned that game, but it still leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
And the tip goes to Gonzaga. The Zags in blue. And Josh Perkins will be handling the ball a lot along with Zach Norvell Jr. This team can score it, and they do it inside and outside. Hachimura spins, left hand, wouldn't go, May the board.
Tell you one thing, May's really improved his rebounding. He's averaging like 9 rebounds a game this year. Scoring production's a little bit down.
It's something Roy Williams really emphasizes, those rebounds to get extra possessions so they get more opportunities to score. May a little short.
He forced that shot. Was not a good shot. Perkins is their facilitator. Leads the nation in assists. 8.3 assists, and he does not turn the ball over. Veteran player.
Clark gives off Perkins, and now Clark again. Jump stop and a kick out. And Norvell off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Brooks.
Norvell's a guy that can shoot. He's averaging 17 a game. Shoots really well from the 3. He's also very versatile. Pass the ball well.
Nice look inside. Well done as Kobe White was able to find Luke May.
Kobe White's special. You talk about a diaper dandy that's lived up to all the expectations. He's been sensational. As Allison said, the last 4 games, he's been on fire.
Gonzaga, of course, coming off its first loss. That was last Sunday against Tennessee in Phoenix.
I know one thing, the Zags are going to have to really lace them up here. They're going to fire. They got a team right here that's all fired up trying to get that one signature win. They don't have that signature win yet, North Carolina. They beat UCLA, but UCLA's a good team, not a great team.
Kick to the corner, Norvell, another chance, and this time he knocks it down.
Wide open, and that has really been the emphasis of Roy, playing some defense. We didn't see it there. Nobody was guarding him. Wide open.
Hachimura rebounds to Williams' miss. Rui Hachimura not able to finish.
He went coast to coast, had himself potential layup right there. Didn't convert, and he's been converting a lot this year.
May gets the feed, flips it up, and a rebound pulled down by Brandon Clark. Here's a kick up ahead.
Back. You got to get back. Come on, Boog, you got to get back defensively. You talked about top of the show. You better go out there and coach them. I mean, Roy's got to be very upset. Transition defense non-existent.
As I said, they want to run, we want to run. We need to run back. That's what Roy Williams said. Again, Hachimura got up ahead of the defense at Garrison Brooks. Take one more look to that kick up ahead, Dickie V.
Yeah, too easy transition. You got to hustle back, man. You got to get back defensively, especially against this team. Perfect lob, easy jam. I mean, I could have made that deuce. I wouldn't jam, but I could have made that deuce. Little right hand knee up in the air.
How's your free throw shooting?
Pretty good.
Yeah. North Carolina looking to work the basketball. Williams gets inside and count the basket.
Good call right there by the official. No doubt about it. Drive by Williams right down the lane. Goaltending. Mark Few, what an amazing job he has done with the Zags. Yeah, there's no way. That's absolutely a goaltender. Mark Few, his domination of his conference is unreal. It's almost like Bill Self, what he has done in the conference of the Big 12. Had a little tough battle today, but got a win over Villanova.
Yeah, at Allen Fieldhouse, it was a good one. Norvell Jr. gets fouled and hits the deck. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Zach Norvell Jr. has been very active early on. The foul on Garrison Brooks. Roy Williams, of course, head coach at North Carolina. 849 career wins, 8th most all-time. Came from Kansas to North Carolina. He's won 3 national titles here.
I'll tell you one thing, I've been on TV now with ESPN 40 years, and in my new book that I have out, Roy is one of my 4 Mount Rushmores. There's no doubt in my 40 years, he's one of the best. 3 national titles, and people have a tendency, Boog, to forget what he did at Kansas. He averaged 28 wins a year for 15 years, so the guy's been magical.
Went to 4 Final Fours at Kansas, so the going's been good both places. And right there, it was Garrison Brooks not able to finish. And you mentioned the
take a look at, hey, Boog, there's the cover of the book by Mount Rushmore's. You got Mike Krzyzewski, you got his mentor, Bob Knight, and you got Dean Smith, the mentor of Roy Williams. Those are the 4 Mount Rushmore. And I don't want to hear, why isn't John Wooden there? I got a letter from, yes, my guy,
What are you doing?
Dale
Why
Brown.
is John Wooden? Oh, sorry.
John Wooden's not there because he wasn't there in my 40 years at ESPN.
Oh, okay.
It's just my 40 years. And anybody would like to get a book, let me tell you this. Go to dickvitelonline.com.
Yeah.
You can get a book, and every dollar is going to the V Foundation for kids battling cancer. Are you ready? Roy Williams told me upstairs, he said, I'm going to buy a lot of them, Dick. I said, no, I'll send you some free ones. No, it's for a great cause. I will write a check. I said, you know what, Roy? I think you can afford it.
Gonzaga, the early 2-point lead. North Carolina steps up the pressure. And Norvell trying to feed Petrushev. And that one gets kicked out of bounds. Zags basketball, 18 on the shot clock. John Sciambi, Dick Vitale, Allison Williams from the Dean Dome in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Petrushev is a guy that really helps them off the bench at 11 points in 12 minutes against Duke.
Hachimura not able to hit out of bounds, and it stays with Gonzaga.
Hachimura has really, really improved. You look at North Carolina, they're going to go as far as they buy in to a commitment of playing defense. If they buy into that area, they're going to have an outstanding year. If not, they're going to be up and down.
Yeah, to this point, it has been inconsistent in that area. As Kispert tracks it down over and back, a turnover, North Carolina basketball.
Mark not happy with that. His club normally doesn't turn the ball over. So consistent, loves where he's at. I said, any chance you leave it? He said, are you kidding?
Yeah.
I got a great situation.
Don't mess with Happy, right?
Don't mess with happens, what Jimmy V said. North Carolina getting good ball movement. The other thing is you got to keep North Carolina off the glass. One thing they do well is hit the offensive boards.
White lost the handle. Push up ahead now, Perkins. Kispert gets inside, had it smacked away, and it's Carolina the other way.
Williams did a great job defensively with that deflection.
Seven 5, Gonzaga with the early lead. When we come back, Mark Few and building you.
Hachimura. And they have diversity domestically as well. You look at the different players on their team, there's 10 of them from 10 different states. The Zags joke that they have more players from France than they do from Washington, but that's how Few has had to build it at Gonzaga. In stark contrast, guys, to UNC, who has 6 players from the state of North Carolina.
I'll tell you one thing, Allison, he's going to be a representative. Maybe the president should call him and make him one of the ambassadors there for the United Nations. I mean, he's got guys all over. He had Sabonis at one time. He had Karnowski, who's now playing in Poland. Sabonis is a steal for Indiana. The Pacers, they got him. He's terrific.
Whole thing kind of started with Ronny Toriev from France years back. He was a 2005 WCC Player of the Year. Tommy Lloyd, their outstanding assistant, does so much of their great work recruiting internationally. Petrushev, left hand, too easy.
Too easy at all. He let him just go right to the basket. Didn't play him tough at all. Tom Izzo told me about Petrushev. They scrimmaged him, and he said Petrushev was going to be a factor.
7 Woods into the game handling, lost the handle. And now kick to the corner, and that 3 will go for Cameron Johnson.
Cameron Johnson can't shoot it. Transferred out of Pittsburgh, became a little controversy when he wanted to come here. They didn't want him to go, finally gave in. And he's had some injuries, but he can shoot the rock.
Norvell got the defender in the air, now flips it up. And that one deflected by Manley ever so slightly. Carolina on the go. Williams inside, hangs, and can't finish. He'll go to the line.
Well, he did a great job with offensive transition, and they didn't do a good job when you look at Gonzaga stopping the ball. That's the first thing you want to do, stop that ball. Stop that ball. They didn't stop the ball. They let him go, Boog. Oh, I'd be screaming on that sideline. I'm lucky when I was coaching that there was no cable, ESPN, or I would have been labeled a basket case.
I understand. It's nice to be with you, by the way. This is a great atmosphere, but I like having you here. And for a game like this, and I'm feeling for Spinal Tap fans, Dickie V's at an 11 tonight. Well, I can feel it.
I really love being here, man. It's like stealing money. I said it all the time. I said it in my Hall of Fame speech the other day for the Broadcasting Hall of Fame. I said, man, stealing money. I'm not a broadcaster. I'm a jock. You're the broadcaster. They give me a mic and say, talk about a game I love.
Here's Perkins hoisting. And a little short. Rebound pulled down by Manley. And now May into the front court.
Mark said he wants to see Perkins shoot a little bit more.
And May able to drill it. Early on, only 31% on the season from three. He was much better last year. They need him to be a better shooter this season.
Well, he's getting a lot more attention now. Came in with a big reputation.
Inside.
Oh, Roy's furious. Roy is furious. Roy wanted the elbow. And I think Roy might have had something there. He wanted that elbow. Look at him with the elbow. Look at Roy there, demonstrating. Oh, he's upset. Take a look. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
I got one eye and I can see that. I got one eye, boo. I don't blame Roy being fired up on that.
Oh, man. And Petrusev ends an 8-0 Carolina run. He's got 5.
Bad call right there. Just a bad call.
Feed inside and they get the foul on Gonzaga. And that'll be on Jeremy Jones, his second.
No matter what happens here, I'm going to make a statement here. I know you think I'm going to be wacky, and I've been accused of that, and sometimes it's justified, but I'm going to make a statement. Gonzaga, after tonight, I don't care what happens here, they are going to win 20 straight games. Finish the season. They will not get beat after this game. Take that to the bank. When Notre Dame beat Stanford, I said I'm going to go undefeated in football. People don't remind me of that, but I'm going to remind them I said that.
Nasir Little into the game, misses the jumper. Zags back the other way, and Gonzaga with a chance to take the lead.
Now here's the area Little's got to play a lot better on defensive end. He was a no-show defensively against Michigan.
Clark short on that jumper. May able to save it. And Woods ahead for North Carolina. Closing it on 13 to go first half.
Little's got great ability. He can jump. He can fly to the goal. Good offensive player. There it is.
Knocks down that jumper. Nasir Little, who was the number 6 recruit in the ESPN 100. I mean, a big-time recruit.
Well, right now, the NBA's got him charted in some of the polls. Number 3. It's based on him getting the MVP in the Jordan Classic. He got the MVP in the McDonald's because he can really sky. He's got good athletic ability, but he's got to learn how to play in a team situation.
And the early going for Gonzaga, Zach Norvell Jr. has been ice cold. Nice move by Kenny Williams. Carolina, biggest lead for them. It's at 5.
Since early in the game, Kenny Williams, right out of the start, has been very aggressive offensively, putting the ball to the deck. Listen to this place. Who said this is like a cheese and wine crowd? Come on, Sammy Cassell, you're going to be here tonight, buddy. You're going to be here tonight. I never forgot that when Sam said that at Florida State.
Petrusev not able to answer the crowd. Carolina looking to add to the lead. And a turnover, under 12 timeout. When we come back Tuesday night, a night to remember for our men.
Well,
Nance, maybe?
You know, it's the first time I've seen these. I did not see these. And really, I cannot believe.
Mary Carrillo,
what a terrific job by our guy there. Thank you so much.
What about a Nance and a Costas for Dickie V? Can we do that?
You can do that anytime you want. Those guys are superstars. Oh, man. It was a special night. And thank you so much in the truck. I had no idea you were doing that, Jeff. And
congratulations.
Well, thank you. Very lucky, very blessed.
40th year broadcasting.
4 decades. Well, North Carolina, very aggressive here.
Woods step back, knocks it down.
Gonzaga's going to really have to lace them up now. This North Carolina team's playing with some purpose here.
And there's a turnover. That's 4 on Gonzaga. This crowd is into it. It's an 8-point Carolina advantage. You know,
John, they were embarrassed by Michigan. They were humiliated. Michigan got layup after layup. They didn't play the screener well. They didn't play the cutter well. And I know it really bothered Roy. After the game, he spoke about the fact that defensively we were non-existent.
Separate the two, though. How good's Michigan? Because they're pretty good, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Michigan, very good. They well-coached basketball team. They understand how to play as a team, both offensively and defensively.
Little inside, rejected there as Crawford got her. Clark got that. And then the jam thrown down, Cam Johnson.
Tell you one thing, you're not going to block that shot by Johnson. Right to the goal. He saw an angle. He attacked it. Tremendous.
Clark now kicks out. Tried to get it to Kisper. Take a look at that dunk by Cameron Johnson.
Well, look at the big lane right there. Put a back truck. He went right through the defense. Defense did not rotate over. Very slow rotating over, and he got himself a slam jam bam. There it is. Up, up, and away.
9-0 Carolina run. Cameron Johnson with 5. Perkins wide open and not able to knock it down.
You watch the body language now. A lot of times when I watch games, I watch tennis matches. I love to watch the body language.
Sure.
And it tells you a lot about people. And North Carolina's body language here is really up. Got to get thumbs up. They are really playing with purpose.
Gonzaga just 2 for 9 from 3. That's been part of the problem in this one. One of the best offenses in the country by Ken Palm's offensive efficiency, #1 in the nation coming in.
Well, Ken is certainly the guru of all those stats.
Oh, loose ball, and it ends up with Nasir Little, and the freshman puts it in.
No question, he's got some offensive skills, things you can't teach. The explosiveness, he's rated right behind guys like R.J. Barrett and Zion Williamson in the NBA analysis. Guys, what a great look.
Perkins feeding inside to Brandon Clark, the San Jose State transfer, and that's his first 2.
He's been absolutely super all year. Dan Schumann told me, love watching him up in Maui.
How about Hachimura, the steal, and coast to coast for the dunk. He's got 4. And Rui, the junior from Toyama, Japan. And a number of Japanese media members making a trip to cover this one.
Absolutely. And Hachimura is the MVP of the Maui Classic.
Jumper is good for Kenny Williams. And he has 9.
I told you, he's feeling it. He's been aggressive right from the start. He came out with an aggressive mental attitude on the offensive end. But this team, let me tell you this, they're up 11, but this team can get back so quickly with their offense. Oh, they're jumping with joy. Look at that Carolina faithful, jumping with joy on the baseline.
Perkins fouled on the floor.
Carolina blue everywhere he's looking this place.
They get the foul on Woods. And some Santa caps as well. 11-point advantage for UNC inside the Dean Dome. John Shelby, Dick Vitale. There's that sea of Carolina blue.
I love that color.
Yeah.
That color of blue is beautiful.
Oh, boy. Here come the Duke tweets at you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, they got a nice blue, too. They got some nice players that fill that blue.
Norvell not able to hit, and flying in and committing the foul was Kispert.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Duke. I think it's amazing how these fans in this area are so fortunate to have 2 programs, 2 coaches, and the kind of players that have worn the uniform over the years of North Carolina and of Duke. I mean, just think about that, 8 miles apart.
Yeah, there's no question the tradition both places. Williams will try another, can't hit. Hachimura pulls it down, and Rui pushes it ahead.
Rui has really improved. You can see that swag and the confidence he has. He knows he's a star right now.
It'll go the other way, and they get the foul on Clark.
They get that foul
That's
on
his
Clark.
second.
Yeah, hooking him right. And I think that was set on the one they missed, and that was like, okay, we got to give him this one. They got him for the hook. Oh, there it is. No doubt about that one. He's got 2 fouls. That's big. They need him.
May feeds down low. Kick opposite for Williams. White step back and knocks it down. Kobe White, who did not play in their win against UNC Wilmington. He was nursing a sore ankle. And Dickie V, remember, North Carolina hasn't played since December 5th.
I'll tell you one thing, they had a 10-day break. White is a scorer. There's no question. He's the all-time leading scorer in the state of North Carolina on a high school level. And he had like 32 against Texas in that loss they had.
Petrusev with the bucket, and 7 for Phillip. Hachimura rejects that, out of bounds. Tar Heels at home, and right now an 11-point lead on the number 4 team in the country. Duke freshman all time, R.J. Barrett, 242. You got Jabari Parker, and that lot of freshmen, they are absolutely sensational. Zion Williamson, 4th on that list. You can't take your eyes off Zion, right?
Absolutely. He's one of those special talents. You don't see a player so unique, so talented.
Nice feed inside. Hachimura gets fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. But right here, Roy Williams' team off to a fast start, up by 14. Biggest lead of the game for the Tar Heels, and here's what's happened. Gonzaga 3rd in the nation in field goal percentage, but just 33% so far in this one, and Carolina started off cold. They've been hot since. Allison, what are you hearing on the Gonzaga side?
Well, Boog, we know transition's such a big part of what both of these teams like to do, and for Gonzaga, the bigs have to do a better job of getting back in their transition D. And then offensively, Mark Few wants them to drive more. He said they're settling for too many shots on the outside. They need to put the ball on the ground and attack.
Tell you one thing, Allison, they're not stopping the ball either in transition. Number 1, your priority's got to be to stop the basketball, not allow them to get the numbers on you.
Cameron Johnson lost the handle. Perkins pushing up ahead. Bounce pass. And Norvell puts it in.
Tell you one thing, what a backcourt they are. Perkins and Norvell. Perkins distributes the ball so well. 8 assists per game. You got the great angle there on the cut by Norvell. Found him.
White lost the handle. Out of bounds. A turnover. That's North Carolina's 6th.
Tell you one thing, they're not going to go away. The Zags, they've faced a lot of tough competition this year. There's the steal. Now watch the little bounce pass for you young kids. Great bounce pass, 45-degree angle, cut to the goal, and they get the deuce.
Perkins, 5 assists already, averages about 8.5. And remember, he was a big part of that team that lost in the national title game in 2017. There's that foul that was just charged to Perkins, and that is his first.
Ooh, I don't know about that call. I don't know about that call right there. They call him for the charge. Take a look right here. Well, I guess the elbow, yeah, I did see it from that angle. He's using a free hand too often.
And we see that a couple of times for Gonzaga in this game. John Chumby, Dick Vitale, Allison Williams from the Dean Dome. Under 6 to go in the first half. And it's North Carolina by 10.
They're sharing the ball really well, North Carolina. Sharing that basketball.
Nice penetration, and then the jumper by Johnson.
That's how you get good shots. Penetration, find the open man, make the extra pass, and you usually get great shot selection. And that's been a trademark for years of North Carolina basketball.
Johnson with 7, and now Leaky blocked the steal and the dunk.
Gotta get a TO, baby. They are rocking here. They are rocking here in Chapel Hill.
9 Eastern ESPN, the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl comes to you from the Superdome, Middle Tennessee, and Appalachian State. Again, 9 Eastern from New Orleans. Also streaming live on the ESPN app.
What a phenomenal environment here. I'm telling you, this place is being getting livelier every year.
Yeah. Hachimura inside, not able to finish. Good defense, Carolina. And Blackheaded poked away there by Zach Norvell Jr. It'll stay with the Tar Heels up by 14. 5:05 to go here in the first half. Gonzaga coming off their first loss of the year on Sunday against Tennessee.
You know, Roy's got to be so happy, only giving up 22 points to this explosive Gonzaga team. Scores better than 90 a game.
How about Cam Johnson knocking down another? That's 10 first half points for the Pitt transfer, averages close to 16.
Tell you one thing, they're sending a message loud and clear. This is our floor, baby. This is our home, and we're here to play.
Foul on the floor. No bucket for Brandon Clark. Biggest lead of the game, though, for UNC at 17.
There's a look at Johnson right now. You got to guard him. You can't let this guy shoot from deep. That's his forte, making the long-range shot. Whenever you got a combination, when they got blown out by Michigan, I remember saying, when you got a combination of great coaching and talent, ultimately that cream's going to rise. And this team is too talented to play like they did against Michigan.
Losses to Michigan and to Texas for the Tar Heels. Perkins fires a three and buries it.
They want him to shoot the ball a little more. Mark Few told me yesterday on the phone, he said, I wish Perkins would shoot the ball a little bit more often.
First three of the game.
Oh,
and now Perkins
steal.
a steal. And two more. He's got their last 5 points.
Tell you one thing, they don't go away. The Zags are so explosive. You can blink an eye and in 3 minutes have 14 points on the board. But they're going to have to do a better job defensively. They have not here in the first half.
White fires, not able to answer. Rebound tracked down by Brooks. And a pass intercepted. It's Norvell. Now he loses the handle. And able to regather. And they'll set it back up. Perkins fires. Gets another.
Now you see why they want him to shoot the ball more often. Why Coach Few said, I wish he'd shoot the ball more at the key.
From the right side, three. That one, rebound grab by North Carolina. Another chance for Johnson. Gets it.
Wide open.
13 for Cam Johnson.
You can't leave him open. I'm sure the scouting report has analyzed and evaluated and said that is his strength. Don't allow him to mine. He's wide open.
Norvell from way downtown. 10 for Zach Norvell Jr.
This is what we expected. We expected some great offense. It's been a little quiet in the first half for the Zags.
May will shoot 3-1. We return.
Rhythm. Yeah, and Carolina looks like a team that's been off for 9 days. I mean, their defense is energized. Speaking of energized, Dickie V, how many Halls of Fame is that for you, baby? That's awesome.
Well, thank you so much, man. Would you believe it? 14. I can't run, I can't jump, I can't shoot, as I said in my speech, and I got a body by Linguini. Figure that out. 14 Hall of Fames. Come on. I think the key in life is if you have passion and pride about what you do, you forget about all the critics out there who do nothing but want to rip people. Forget about those and look at the 90% that are so positive. Look at the glass half filled, not half empty. That's my philosophy of life, and that's what I've tried to do. And also, you be good to people, people will be good to you.
Spatola's arsenal of impersonations is impressive. I didn't realize that he could pull off a Dick Vitale.
The next 2.5 minutes are vital to this game for Gonzaga. They got to come up with a little spurt here to go in the locker room feeling good about themselves. Not right now. Well, what a great move that was.
Nice
Incredible
move by Clark as he spins and puts it in. He's shooting 71% from the floor. He's only got 4 points in this game.
They're not playing him. He's got 2 fouls. That was a problem early. Got to defend, though. If you want to get back, you got to defend.
Perkins looking to push. And the pass intercepted. Good hands by Little to get a piece. And now Woods to Williams. May a three. And I think they got Nasir Little flying in on that foul. Indeed they do. So the foul on North Carolina. Tar Heels by a dozen. And Dick Vitale, one of the numbers to look at. Rebounding 19-10 is North Carolina's rebounding advantage. That was something that Roy Williams really emphasized pregame.
Well, you know, Mark told me that in the locker room before the game. He was concerned they're a good rebounding basketball team. We saw right there a little glimpse of why people are so high on Little. His great bounce off the floor. He's got elements to his game that you just can't teach. His explosiveness, his ability to jump. Now he's just got to refine it and understand and listen to the coaches about how to play team defense, how to communicate. One of the lost arts playing defense with teams, John, is they don't communicate. You got to communicate. You got to help. He's on the left, right. Screen on the left, screen on the right. You got to talk to one another.
Shows you that graphic. Rebounding gets translated into 11-0 advantage. Second chance points for Carolina. That was a wide open look. An air ball. Perkins comes away with it.
Getting a lot of wide open looks here in the first half. See over that screen, you got to communicate.
Norvell gets inside. Let's go over to Allison.
Boog, UNC is always one of the great rebounding teams, even though Coach Williams doesn't practice it a ton. It's certainly something he emphasizes, though. And it actually goes to the type of shot that he wants his guys to take. And this has been a big point of emphasis as they've had some extra practices. He wants guys to not get good, but to get great shots. And that's not just a shot you can make at a high rate, but it's one that doesn't surprise your teammates. He said that's key, because when you surprise your teammates, you don't have the boards covered. And they've certainly done a good job of taking those great shots tonight.
Tell you one thing, Allison, there are 2 losses when you prepare for the game and look at it here. They didn't shoot the ball really well, and they didn't defend the 3 very well in those losses that they had against Texas and then when they got beat by Michigan.
Norvell has a dozen, and the lead for North Carolina is at 10.
Went to a zone. Going to go a little zone right now. First time he's shown that here tonight. Got a turnover out of the zone.
Kispert probing the defense. Kispert coast to coast.
Can't let him go right to the goal. You got to stop the ball. I mean, where's that principle? Stop the basketball. And he does it the other way, too.
Very well done. 7th Woods answers back.
Both clubs doing a poor job stopping the progress of the ball. Stay in front of the ball. And people rotate over. You guys should be able to go coast to coast.
Norvell's step back wouldn't go, and now Woods the other way. Under a minute to go here, and it has been Carolina in control.
You heard that zone. Got to get into the gaps and seams of it. Get more ball movement.
Woods hanging and able to hit. He's got 9.
Play horse there, I'd say. Try to challenge that. Off the wrong foot, hanging in the air. Oh, the Carolina faithful like what they have seen in the first half against the number 4 team in the nation. They came like 1 basket away from maybe being right up there, number 1 or number 2. Kansas hung on though today to win.
Petrushev off the mark. And the Tar Heels will have the last shot, up by a dozen. It could end up being more.
What a strong first half by North Carolina. Defensively, they only give up 39 thus far, and they got 53 already on the board. What a half.
What a half for 7.
Have you been able to hold them to under 40?
Well, I don't know. We just go out there and try to play. I think our kids are really trying, and they're talking better than we've talked a lot of games. I'd probably say that's better than anything.
Right, thank you.
Yeah, North Carolina basketball to start the second half up by 14.
I'll tell you, we talk about often that the first 4 minutes after half are so important, and that really applies to Gonzaga here. They got to really try to get a little spurt going, to get a little confidence, and to get to feel good about themselves. Mark Few's got to be very upset with that first half performance, but North Carolina deserves A+ for the way they played in that first half.
Kind of an unforced error. 10th turnover on North Carolina to begin the half. Now a loose ball, and good work there. Picking it up is Colby White. Johnson weaving inside. White finds inside and able to get it to Garrison Brooks.
That's tremendous team basketball. Share the ball. Roy said to Allison, we shared the ball, and that's so true. That was the extra pass there for the little layup.
Colby White with 4 assists in this game, and it's North Carolina leading by 16.
Wow, I didn't expect this, John. Didn't expect this.
Hachimura trying to power inside, and Rui Hachimura will go to the line and shoot 2.
You want to talk about the art of passing. There's the little bounce pass. There's the drive by White. And now he said, no, I'm not taking a layup. My teammate's got an easier shot. So I'm going to share the basketball. Make the extra pass. And it usually leads to points.
And now at the line, here is Rui Hachimura, averaging a little over 22 points, a little over 6 rebounds a game.
He's only had 2 games this year when he's been under 500 shooting the ball. Under 50%. Talk about the game against Washington, but he made the big shot to beat Washington and beat him by a deuce. He made that shot. And then he was under 50% also in a game earlier this year. And that was it. 2 games.
Just 7 points here tonight. His growth as a player has been incredible. I think even more impressive, his growth learning the English language. Barely spoke English when he arrived on campus in Spokane.
his stock is rising.
Yeah.
And let's face reality. I want people to understand this. They're playing without two quality players. One who's a star. I mean, not just a good player, the kid Killian Tilly. I did the WCC championships last year, and I'm telling you, he went, you ready for this? It's hard to believe. He made 11 consecutive threes in 2 games. That's tough to do with nobody guarding you in practice. I mean, in a game competition. So they're going to get him back, and they're also going to get back to Kid Crandall, who gives them a little bit more depth at the perimeter spot.
They have the transfer from North Dakota. Hachimura in and out. Loose ball, and they get the foul on Kispert. Tilly, as we mentioned, and there he is. He's been out with the ankle injury. Just got the boot off, at least to practice. He's wearing it right now, but he was out there walking, so he's out with a stress fracture of the ankle. They're hoping maybe January, and then Crandall out with a fracture in his right hand, and they're hoping January-ish for him as well. Mark Few talking about Killian Tilly said numerous times last year he was their best player.
Yep, he really has a special dimension. Nice catch, nice look right there by Perkins. But they're going to play defense wide open. May a little baseline drive.
Well, Euro step there, but they said that's a travel. Jeffrey Anderson on the call.
You know, one thing, Gonzaga's gone through a tough stretch. Playing Tennessee, playing the likes of Duke this year, playing Arizona, playing Creighton at Creighton. I mean, they have really not played Cupcake City. They do that early in the season because they don't get the same kind of competition once the league starts, even though the league's a lot better than people believe.
Hachimura inside and just overmatching May down low. He's got a dozen now.
You're so right, Boog. He's so improved.
Jumper short.
Nobody back.
Perkins.
Nobody back.
And now Clark
Nobody
up
back.
ahead. And they get the foul, and that'll be on Colby White.
Might have been a good foul right there because he had an easy slam dunk. It's going to make him earn him at the free throw strike. They've done a great job, though, containing Hachimura and Clark thus far. There's the foul, no doubt. I like this kid, Colby White. He understands how to play.
And the first foul on the freshman from Goldsboro, North Carolina, Colby White.
He has terrific size. Gets a little bigger with his fro up there.
Great hair.
Yeah, great hair. Well, I just wish I had hair. I got no hair. So I'm jealous for anybody that's got hair. Patience. Patience and poise usually equals points. The 3 Ps.
May inside, flips it up and in over Hachimura.
Patience, poise. He's an excellent baseline player, man. What a story. Walk on, become one of the top players in the nation.
Look at Clark inside. Brandon now with 8.
Dan Schumann told me he's special. He's got a great touch. Shooting percentage is off the charts. Transferred him out of San Jose State.
And that jumper will go for Cam Johnson. It's a 3. He has 16.
They're stroking it, baby. They're stroking it.
Norvell gets inside, uses the glass. It's good.
Can't trade baskets. You got to defend. You're down like they are in the Zags. You got to defend. You got to lock it up. I love the ball movement. North Carolina really sharing the basketball.
May looking to draw the foul, jumping into the contact, and it should be 3 free throws for Luke May.
And it will be.
Second foul on Rui Hachimura.
Hachimura said, what about the elbow there? What about the elbow there? Come on now, what about the elbow? Got me on the chin. What a program. I'll tell you one thing. What Mark Few has done is incredible. You think about it. 15 conference tournament titles. He's won or shared 17 regular season tournaments. And you think himself, he's won 14 straight Big 12 titles, going to go for 15 this year. Plus he's won 8 Big 12 tournament titles. They have dominated their conferences.
The only school to appear in the last 4 Sweet 16. So they lost this year to Tennessee. Last year they lost to Florida State in the NCAA tournament.
Tough losses. Florida State, by the way, people better pay attention
They're
to them.
good. I saw them last weekend against UConn.
They better pay attention to Leonard Hamilton's club in the ACC. You don't hear the name Seminoles, but people better hear that name because the Noles are for real.
Kispert been quiet, used the basket to protect himself and put it in.
That's no. Nobody rotated over to the baseline to take away that drive. I mean, you learned that early in your career. Don't allow that guy to get to that baseline.
Loose ball. Perkins comes away with it after the rejection. And now Norvell, little hesitation, and couldn't spin it home.
Trying to get that reverse layup. Trying to use the basket as a seal.
And right there, it's Kobe White with a huge three.
Kobe's a big timer. He's a PT player. He's a prime time performer. Look at Roy Williams working that sideline. How is he working that sideline? You're talking about animation. He was in the defensive stance. I thought he was going to go out and guard somebody, Boo. I don't want him to guard me.
Perkins answers with a triple.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he jumped in the defensive stance. Double up on the post.
And May gets a timeout. 13-point UNC advantage as they lead the number 4 team in the land.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by McDonald's.
All this for the steakhouse bacon cheeseburger?
The smoky black pepper mayo deserve at least a full steakhouse treatment.
Very impressed.
Someone just walked in. We only have one tablecloth.
The Steakhouse Burger and Tots for only $4.99. Get them now and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
These little cups would make great stocking stuffers. But how about right now in your mouth stuffers? Happy holidays to your mouth. Not sorry. Reese's.
I'm Snow. And just like you, the further in the winter we go, the heavier I get. And while your pants struggle to support the heavier you, your roof struggles to support the heavier me. And your cut rate insurance might not pay for this. So get Allstate. You can save money and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Hey, quick question. Do you like paying for things that you don't need?
No.
And do you want to get things you love for free?
Who wouldn't?
Exactly.
Right.
Dad, Apple Music.
He gets it. This guy gets it.
Get 6 months free Apple Music on the network you deserve.
The rules of luxury. Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't use. Use, but don't enjoy. Enjoy, but don't show it.
If you're going to follow one rule, make sure it's this one. Luxury should be lived in. Lease the Infiniti QX50 for $379 a month, plus get a special winter bonus at the Infiniti Winter Sales Event. Infiniti. Empower the drive.
Okay, Kevin, USAA Bank is here to help you stay on track. Budget's looking good. Clear for a fill-up? Card? Thank you. We are a go on the beef jerky. You know what? We need some hydration, too. Thanks, Chief.
USAA Bank helps you take charge of your everyday spending, so you can stay a step ahead.
Let's rock and roll!
Find help at every turn with USAA Bank.
Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos Chili Pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
Carolina leading this one by 13. Rui Hachimura with 11 and 4. And pregame, Allison Williams sat down with him, and Rui showed us a little something.
So usually we use the whiteboard to draw up plays, but you're going to draw some Japanese characters for us. Can you write out your name, Japanese character?
I just didn't have a 13.
Which is which here?
It's my name, and then it says Gonzaga. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's no way that says your name.
Josh Perkins, no way that says your name. 13-point game at Chapel Hill.
3 years at Gonzaga, mastering not just the game, but the English language. I can remember last year talking to him at the NCAA tournament, and he struggled with English. This year, so fluent, and he said he's just so much more comfortable, not just with the language, but with his teammates, with his coaches, with the game. Guys, he's becoming a star in college basketball and American basketball. He is a superstar in Japan.
Yeah, indeed. They had a media day in May. 22 members of the Japanese media came to see Rui Hachimura. There are, I think, about 10 or a dozen here watching this game, and he's had to get used to it.
And he struggled with English this year, so fluent, and he said he's just so much more comfortable, not just with the language, but with his teammates, with his coaches, with the game. Guys, he's becoming a star in college basketball and American basketball. He is a superstar in Japan.
Yeah, indeed. They had a media day in May. 22 members of the Japanese media came to see Rui Hachimura. There are, I think, about 10 or a dozen here watching this game, and he's had to get used to it quickly.
Tell you one thing that's really hurting Gonzaga, not getting on the glass. They only got 2 offensive rebounds.
Bucket there from Sterling Manley.
He has great potential, that young guy down in the post. Nice little turnaround jump shot in the lane.
Just a sophomore. They're going to get Norvell going. Clark inside, hangs, and rolls it home.
He's so effective around the basket. He's very efficient. That's why he shoots such a high percentage. They got to defend. Their problem, they've been scoring, but they got to defend like they did right there. Get some free possessions.
Count the basket. May the foul. Perkins puts it in, and he'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Remember I told you during a break, this baby's not over yet. This baby's not over. That team is too explosive. Mark Fuse trying to cheer him on. Nice steal. There's the conversion.
Foul on May, his third.
This is a solid team, this Gonzaga team. This has been an incredible performance thus far by North Carolina to be a double-figure leader.
North Carolina shooting 67%
It's
in
unbelievable.
this game.
It's unbelievable. And you look on the other side, you look, Gonzaga's better than 50%. So we said whoever defends a little better is going to win this game.
Yeah, let me correct that. 67 second half. It's 59 for the game.
Only 59 for the game. That's still tremendous.
Step back. Nasir Little can't hit. And they'll go possession arrow, and it belongs
to the Zags.
To the Zags.
Good hustle right there by Little. Took a bad shot, but he hustled to get the ball on the floor. His teammate pats him on the back.
Nasir Little, big-time recruit. And a lot of people, they keep asking Roy Williams, when's he going to start? When's he going to start? He's got to do more on the defensive end. That's one of the key things that he needs to work on.
He really does. You got to play defense. You got to know where your man is. You got to play ball your man. Hey, they can get a single digits now. They were down, what's the high, 16? I think they were down 16.
Over and back, gets a turnover. 9th turnover for Mark Hughes' team.
He can't believe it because they normally play such really cerebral basketball, making lots of little mistakes.
Carolina's biggest lead tonight, 17. It's at 10 now. Zags looking for a stop. 7th Woods into the game. Remember, 11 first half points. 11, a career high. Not for the first half, a career high.
He was 5 for 5.
Inside, tried to use the glass. And a rebound pulled down by Clark. Here comes Gonzaga.
What I like about Perkins, he knows where his teammates are. That's a tremendous basket.
Norvell able to book that one.
What a tandem they are. That guard tandem could play with anyone.
Hanging inside, Williams absorbs the contact.
I'll tell you one thing. Look at this right here. Explosion to the basket. Good reverse layup. Uses the basket as a seal. Perkins with great vision. Knows where his teammate is. That was tremendous transition basketball.
7-0 Gonzaga run ended by a 2 from Luke May.
He's automatic on that baseline. That's a baseline beauty, man. Great rotation. Follow through.
Hachimura couldn't hit. Put back from Clark wouldn't go. And Carolina the other way.
Try to get that ball movement. Stay 15, 17 feet apart. Good spacing. Make it difficult for the defense to play it.
And that's been a problem, Roy Williams has said. Their spacing has been poor so far this season.
Yeah, he has not been happy. He feels they have much more potential than what they have demonstrated thus far. But remember this, they only got 2 losses. Coming to the ACC, they'll be right up there battling with Virginia. Virginia's amazing. They just keep rolling on.
They got a really good team again this year, just steady. Got a nice little freshman named Kihei Clark that's giving them good defense and help on the offensive end.
Excellent perimeter people. Wide open, had the right idea.
And the lob goes off the rim and out of bounds. Free points, staring him in the face.
You mentioned Virginia. They got like Hunter back there. He's terrific. Certainly Guy. Oh, there's a lob right there. Jerome. They got some excellent perimeter play. But they don't want to see UMBC. UMBC.
They had to bring it up. Perkins hesitating, picks up his dribble, and now it's Norvell.
North Carolina trying to communicate a little more defensively.
Perkins not able to hit. That is a rare time with a shot clock under 10, one of these teams shooting.
That was a good job defensively by North Carolina, team-wise.
Carolina has had the rebounding advantage in this one. Little.
He's trying to get a little one-on-one move on the sideline, a little isolation.
That one out of bounds. It'll be North Carolina ball when we return. The number 2, Texas Tech and Duke. And Dickie V, you'll have to call that one.
I'll be there with Bob Wischusen. We'll have a lot of fun. There's all the unbeaten teams. Buffalo will be really tested coming up. They got teams like Syracuse, and they have also Marquette. Syracuse got upset today.
9 remaining unbeaten.
Nancy Lieberman must have jumped with joy because she sent a tweet. She said, "I never jumped so high." The Monarchs, man, with a big victory at the Carrier Dome.
Clark spinning, gets it to Norvell, and now Hachimura. Good look inside. Jones, hesitation, puts it in, and the deficit is 8 for Gonzaga.
What he did really well there, he caught the ball and the little ball fake. Young kids out there, learn to use that ball fake.
Woods able to hit, adding to his career high. He's got 14.
Tell you one thing, he's feeling it today.
And Norvell able to answer with a bucket.
Can't trade baskets. You got to defend. You got to get some stops. Offensively, they've been effective when you look at the way they've been playing. Gonzaga shooting fairly well, but you got to get some stops. Boy, Woods is having some kind of game. He had a concussion earlier in practice in November, and that certainly slowed him up a little bit. He's earning some PT playing time, but the way he's performing now. I think in North Carolina, look at all the banners and look at the players. In my Mount Rushmore's book, obviously North Carolina represented in the 40 years. You think about people like Worthy, guy by the name of Michael, the Magnificent.
I'm familiar with his work.
Unbelievable, number 23. He's one of the 4. He's one of my 4 best players in my 40 years.
Really?
The 4 best I have, Patrick Ewing, Georgetown. I have Christian Laettner, Duke. Okay. I have Ralph Sampson, Virginia, and Michael Jordan. Now you tell me there's one better. Give me one better in my 40 years than those 4. I mean, I appreciate people disagree. That's really healthy. I love people when they disagree. Intelligent, like some of the characters on Twitter who disagree.
You're inviting me. Okay. Clark off the mark, and Brandon will go to the line.
I mean, how could you argue with Ralph Sampson, 3-time player of the year? How could you argue with Jordan? What about
Jordan, the college player, though? You think of is one Jordan, the college player, is one of the 4 best college players
in my 40 years. Now remember, I'm talking 4 decades at ESPN. He was a terrific college player.
I know one of the 4 best.
Give me one better.
I'll tell you what, the guy we have with us, Jason Williams.
He's a pretty good college player. I love Jason. we were talking about him, but I think Michael was our choice. We said Hoops Weiss, who I have great respect for, I did the book with. Howie Schwab was our research expert, and we just said Mr. Jordan.
All right.
I had him some games. He was just unreal.
I'm with you as the GOAT as far as in general. As a college player,
well, let's
I think
face
he could be up for debate.
He went to another level in the NBA.
That's right.
I agree with you there, John. No question. His basketball expertise just went off the roof as an NBA player.
Yep.
There was no one that could stop him. Only one guy could stop him, and that was Michael Jordan. He had a bad night.
Yep.
Score anytime he wanted. Every time it looks like Gonzaga is going to make that run to get close, North Carolina comes up with a big play, and they don't get stops. They've got to get stops. Number 4 in the nation. Gonzaga against number 12, the Tar Heels.
It's an 11-point game. UNC with the lead. Here comes that Carolina defense. Now the look down low. That was too easy. Hachimura for the dunk.
Simple diagonal pass across the lane. They got a layup. They got to stop right here. Oh, but they throw it back away.
Wow.
They get a stop, and they give it right back.
Mark Few's team just has not been able to get the consistent stops at the defensive end. They've been able to go on some runs offensively.
But I see enough in that Gonzaga team. When you add a player like Tilly to this lineup, no one's going to beat them after this game. I'm telling you right now, they're going to win 20 straight games.
All right.
You check me out on that.
I will. Feed up ahead. Clark. Kick to the corner. And it wouldn't go for Kispert. They needed it.
Clark being a little too unselfish. I thought he should have taken that ball and went to the basket.
I agree. Williams slipped. Fans wanted a foul. 17th turnover for North Carolina. Is this a foul?
Take a look right here. He slipped a little bit right there, too, going to the goal. Oh, he got bumped.
Yeah.
He got bumped.
He did.
He got bumped. Sean May standing up on the sideline. What a player he was for Roy Williams. His dad was quite a player for the General Robert Montgomery Knight in Indiana. The last unbeaten team in '76.
Norvell step back. And a rebound pulled down by Brooks. Tried that James Harden move. Didn't work out.
But he should have had a little more patience on offense.
And the jumper is good for Cam Johnson. What a night. He's got 20.
Every time they make a little run, North Carolina comes up with a big shot. Cameron Johnson right there. It's a big one. There he goes. Steps back. They can shoot, drive, or pass. And there's the big three. Give him back that lead. Get him up to 12.
20 points for Johnson. And he's hit 5 3-pointers. Hachimura inside on May. Kick out Perkins. And they get a foul inside. Kispert went down hard. And Corey slow to get up.
Tell you, the one area North Carolina's done a great job keeping Gonzaga off the glass, keeping away from offensive rebounds. Coming down the lane. Oh, there's contact in there.
They get the foul on Nasir Little.
Ted Mays really improved as a rebounder. Averaging better than 9 a game now on the glass. It's been a little quiet offensively. Oh, wide open.
And a shot rejected by Brooks.
Terrific rotation over defensively with the block shot.
Kobe White getting a little out of control.
Getting a little physicality.
And a foul on Gonzaga.
Physical out on the floor right now, Boo. Look at the defense rotate over. Great block shot right there in the lane. Looks like he's got an easy layup, and bam, rotated over defensively.
Good work by Brooks in that spot. Kispert, by the way, has picked up 4 fouls. We documented the injuries for Gonzaga. Crandall and Tilly both out, and they're a little thin. Now Mark Few playing 7, maybe 8 so far.
Yeah, he told me that's the real problem, their depth factor.
Another reminder, Week 15 Monday Night Football. The matchup is an NFC South battle. And it comes away about 2 hours away in Charlotte. Drew Brees and the Saints clinch the division. Now look for home field advantage throughout the playoffs as the Panthers look for a win to keep their playoff hopes alive on Monday Night Football.
Get to ship that MVP trophy right out to Brees. Ship him the trophy, man, the Purdue superstar.
Crowd has been outstanding here tonight at the Bean Dome.
This crowd loves what they have seen so far.
Clark flips it up and in, and Brandon with 13.
He's automatic if he gets about 12, 14 feet from the goal.
Johnson inside. Brooks corrals it, looks for some help. Kobe White, and he's fouled.
He attacks, man. He really attacks.
No doubt.
He's got that scorer's mentality.
Well, Kobe was a big-time recruit.
Big time. Scored whiz on a scholastic level. Proven that he can score on this level. He's handled the ball better than I think people anticipated. He's like really a lead guard, not what you call a true point guard.
North Carolina's own Kobe White.
He's got that great size, 6'5". Look at those points.
All
Career
time.
Points. Wow. That is unreal. I could score that in the practice, in the layup drills, if you count all the points. I still could get 3,000.
How long would it take you? 14-point advantage, UNC, closing on 7 to go. John Shelby, Dick Vitale, Allison Williams.
Oh, turnover again. Perkins, that's so rare the way he's turned the ball over here to see 5 turnovers.
And White able to hit.
Oh, baby.
Kobe knocks it down.
Oh, Perkins. He averages 8.3 assists a game. He's only had 20 turnovers all year. He's got 5 here today. That was come from the voice of John Madre to me during the timeout, our stat guru on the sideline.
Gonzaga looking to chip away. Hachimura puts it on the floor and gets fouled going to the rim. If it's on May, it's his 4th.
Very difficult to come back against a team with the kind of prolific scoring ability that North Carolina has, unless, as we said, you D it up as a team. If you're not going to D it up as a team and contain them like Michigan did to go on runs, you got no chance when you're down this big.
The foul indeed was on May, and that is his 4th. And Dick, again, you know, you sit there and you can't predict the future, but we keep waiting for Gonzaga to come up with that defensive run, so to speak, and it hasn't happened. It's hard to imagine that it's gonna.
Well, it's hard to happen because North Carolina's been so efficient offensively. They have really been very effective with their possessions. They've moved the ball, they've shared it. They got a number of weapons on the floor that can score. And he's been special today, Johnson. Got a plus performance out of Woods.
Baseline jumper goes for Garrison Brooks.
Look at the way they
share 9.
Sharing the ball, Boo. Sharing the ball. The extra pass leads to high percentage shots.
Nice ball movement.
Look at that ball. Rotated around until you find the open man. There he is with a 15-footer. Nothing but net. I guess if you're looking for a signature win, this certainly would be in that category, a signature win. They talk about the NCAA with the net now, and we got quads, we got nets, we got all kinds of stuff. I just got the VBDI, the Vital Ball Dome Index. I don't need quads, and I don't need all that stuff. I'll tell you right now, this is a quad 1 window if North Carolina continues up on top.
The Ball Dome Index has been going on for quite some time.
It's been 40 years.
Yeah. There it is. That's what it looks like.
Ball Dome, look at that ball though.
Right there.
Look at that thing. I got it shined up yesterday. The guy charged me $40. Can you believe that? $40.
To tighten it up like that, huh?
Well, I give him a $10 tip, really 30.
Way downtown, Johnson.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Come on now. Tar Heel fans love him, but are you serious, Mr. Johnson?
Bucket from Jeremy Jones. Feed inside. Ball knocked away. Perkins will try.
He can
just like that, it's down to 12.
He can stroke it. I like his game. Even though he's turned the ball over today, I like his game. I like Hachimura. I like Clark. I like Norville. I mean, how do you not like this team? Tilly, they're going to be a major factor when we get into tournament competition. They're going to be a tough, tough out. Much better than what we've seen here defensively.
Timeout, North Carolina. 4:56 to go here. It's got 14 in the game. And meanwhile, Woods gets a rest.
Somebody sent me a text. They said, how could you not have David Thompson as one of your top 4 players? David did not play in my 40 years.
No.
He was before.
You're getting harassed on text.
It's unbelievable how people do not read. It says right on the cover of my book. It says during my 4 decades at ESPN.
And underneath, Cam Johnson hitting the offensive glass. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. More on Cam Johnson. Here's Allison Williams.
Boog, I'll tell you what, the only thing that's going to make him uncomfortable probably is if you don't let him play with that T-shirt under his jersey. We did a thing at ACC Media Days in October, and he showed up and he had to shoot something with his jersey on. Well, the T-shirt didn't get packed. Guys, you would have thought he was like standing there without anything on. He was so uncomfortable. He's like, I cannot even deal with wearing my jersey without my T-shirt underneath. And I asked him what was up with that. He said when he was younger, whenever they were shooting in the backyard, his dad always made them go sleeveless. So as soon as he could actually play in games and choose what he wore, he's been wearing the T-shirt underneath the jersey. He's got to have it. It's like his comfort thing.
Tell you, Allison, if he shoots like he's shooting right now on a regular basis, he can wear anything he wants.
Whatever he wants. Big play there. Kispert has fouled out. And look at that advantage. Second chance points. 19-0. That's how big the offensive glass has been for UNC.
And that's one of their strong suits.
Turnover, North Carolina basketball. That's a dozen on Mark Few's team.
You know, they travel. That's a long trip as well. I'm not trying to make any excuses, but Spokana's a long way from here. It's a little bit to your body, too. But they're not going to make excuses. They're too talented and they're too good. And today, North Carolina has just played tremendous.
Little steps inside, shot short. Offensive rebound, left hand, and the putback will go.
That was an example of why people love his athleticism on a missed shot. Ball being Cardi, and our guys had him rated so high coming out of high school. At him number 6.
Hachimura hesitates and draws the foul from Kobe White. Women's volleyball. Our game here, North Carolina with a 16-point advantage, 3:47 to go, and the rebounding advantage 37-21, including 12-5 of the offensive glass. That's been a big part of the story for UNC.
Also, the shooting ability of North Carolina, sharing the ball, getting a high percentage shot and making them. That's been a trademark when Dean Smith was here and certainly with Roy Williams. Getting that extra shot, making that pass, free people up. They're going to go a little half-court trap right here.
Ball deflected, kick up ahead. Perkins a 3, got it.
He's a big-time player, I'll tell you that. He has not had the kind of floor game that he normally has. Trap bottom a little bit. Going to swing the ball away from the double team, get it to the opposite side. You want to pick that dribble up against that
Little
zone.
looking for some help.
Oh,
Perkins with the steal.
Nice foul.
And they get a foul. Oh.
You got a nice little look
Jeremy
right there.
Jones may have gotten bailed out a little bit there.
Watch the steal right here. Perkins with the steal. He's going to throw a little bounce pass. Got fouled, pushed.
So May is back with the 4 fouls. Kispert has fouled out for Gonzaga.
It's down to 11. There's been some magical things that happen with 3 minutes on the clock. No one better than Michelangelo, Dean Smith in those situations.
Missed that first, and then the foul. Greg Foster Jr. SportsCenter tonight after the New Orleans Bowl on ESPN. Buchagras and Anderson. All the highlights of the first day of Bowl Mania. Texans, Jets, Browns, Broncos, post-game coverage, and LeBron the Lakers take on the Hornets. SportsCenter after college football on ESPN. John Buchagras and John Anderson.
Tell you one thing, you think about the Browns and Baker Mayfield. Think about the fact I was with Joe Castiglione, the outstanding AD of Oklahoma. I spoke at a big event called Fields and Futures down there in Oklahoma City, and he was there with Bob Stoops. It's amazing to have back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners. And here's the other factor. Both guys were transfers.
Yeah.
Transfers. Kyler Murray and Baker. Unbelievable.
Big offensive rebound.
It's been a
North
story.
Carolina, that has been a huge part of their success here tonight. The offensive glass and the second chance points. 3 more. That's a 24-0 advantage in second chance points for the Tar Heels.
Duck this baby. This is done. It's finished. It's over.
Norvell rattles it home.
North Carolina has dominated this. Couple of factors involved. Number one, the way they shot the ball. Number two, the way they passed the basketball. And number three, the way they rebound the basketball. That's been the difference maker in this game, while they lead right now by 12.
Roy Williams really emphasizing taking good shots, taking, actually, as he says, great shots, and rebounding the basketball being so crucial to their success. And they've done those two things well here tonight.
Well, you talk about the leading scoring teams in the country. The Citadel leads the nation in scoring. And these two teams are in the top 5. I mean, you think about what they're, the Florida Internationals up there, northern Colorado. And then you got certainly Gonzaga and North Carolina. Gonzaga is number 3, and Carolina is number 5 in scoring. These kids never quit, though. Here they are down 11, battling and battling. That's why they're winners every year. That's why I think when you look at the total resume in a couple of years, guys like Jay Wright, guys like Mark Few, John Beilein, they are going to be Hall of Famers. And Bob Huggins should be in it with over 850 wins.
Yep.
I mean, check some of the guys that are in versus their numbers, and really, these guys are putting incredible resumes together.
15 rebounds for May.
Oh, wide open.
To go along with 19 points and 1.
Oh. May's had a solid game.
And Dickie V, check this out. He gets the feed, the dunk, and he's going to go to the line for a chance at his 1,000th career point.
There it is. What a story. As his dad played quarterback here. Walked on, believed in himself, came here and proved he could play.
77th player in North Carolina history to hit that milestone. Congratulations to Luke May as Carolina leads it by 14. We close in on 90 seconds.
Look at this here. Patience, they're sitting in the zone, taking time off the clock. Oh, it was true. Turned it over. He did go back. Unbelievable. Incredible. Hey, you look great in that car, Boo.
Yeah,
you look great. We were raffling off that car. $100 all goes for kids battling cancer. All you got to do is go to Jimmy V. JimmyV.org/Vital Raffle 2019. JimmyV.org/Vital Raffle 2019. Or you can go to my website where you can get my autographed book, my Mount Rushmores. Go to DickVitalOnline.com. And remember, every dollar from my book and every dollar from that car raffle goes for kids. My goal this year, $4 million. So far, we've raised $25.3 million. We want to get to $30 million this year. No, we're honoring Miguel O'Shea, Dabo Sweeney,
oh, very
Chris
nice.
Fowler, Lee Corso, and Holly Rowe are going to receive the John Saunders Awards there. And we got Avery Johnson. He could charm you, man, former NBA player.
Last
wow,
time Gonzaga lost back-to-back games. You're going to go all the way back to 2014. It's a 168-game stretch.
Unbelievable.
Since Mark Hughes lost two in a row.
Played Tennessee. I had Tennessee preseason #3, and everybody was going, "You're crazy. You're overrating them." Oh, really? Other than a heartbreaking loss to Kansas, they could be #1 in the country. The Vols are legit.
Yeah, lost in Brooklyn in overtime.
And the Zags are legit. You put in, I'm telling you, Tilly, Crandall, this is a team that could beat anybody in the nation.
I think you're getting an idea, though, that North Carolina as well could be a formidable team as the season goes on. For the Zags, they got to get healthy. There's no question about it. As Killian Tilly gets healthy, coming back from that ankle.
North Carolina still's got a long way to go on the defensive end. When it can be challenging half-court games, not up and down the floor, this tempo of this game is exactly what they like. They want to go up and down the floor, but they're going to play the Virginias of the world. They're going to make them play on the defensive end, and they're going to have to respond to that. So again, they got the potential. There's certainly a team that's going to be a factor, but there's still a long way to go on defense for them.
One of the ironic things for this game tonight for Roy Williams' team, a season-high 22 turnovers. Well, how do you negate turnovers? You get extra possessions by rebounding the basketball, and that's what they've done here tonight. A 42-21 rebounding advantage for North Carolina.
Well, they're a strong rebounding team, but I also think they did a great job in sharing the ball and getting high percentage shots. The shooting percentage has been off the charts. Shot 35 for 64 thus far. They deserve standing ovation. This Tar Heel fan, they love their Tar Heels. They love that Carolina blue. Oh, they're having a party time tonight. Franklin Avenue will be jumping with joy.
Caleb Ellis checked into the game, as well as KJ Smith.
Great volleyball game right after this, huh?
Indeed. Women's national championship from Minneapolis. It'll be Nebraska and Stanford.
Tell you one thing, Tilly's father is an Olympic coach over down there in France in terms of volleyball. Look at this, they're excited. Oh, they're excited. They got that signature win. This makes up for that ill feeling they had when they left Ann Arbor.
Count the basket.
Paul Biancardi had sent me a text message, our guru in recruiting, that in the crowd tonight is Matt Hurt, one of the top 10 players in the nation, high school-wise. He's about of Minnesota. I met him before the game. He's looking at a number of great schools, Kansas, Kentucky, Carolina. Must be nice to be America's guest. It must be nice when people want you.
You're not kidding. North Carolina wins this one, 103.